What's up, guys? Today I'm gonna share a little bit more on my health journey. I know I've talked a little bit, but I've never really gotten in super depth. And um, today I want to share a little more, and then possibly in the future we can share even deeper. But today I wanted to talk about pretty much what I had to do to get myself a good in good health. So if you don't know, I was diagnosed with a hormonal imbalance in 2000. So it was July 2019. I had already been feeling really bad symptoms before that. I was misdiagnosed. I would say semi misdiagnosed for about a year. I started feeling sick in 2018. So before then, I was very active. I was lifting weights 5 times a week. I started my fitness journey because I wanted to put on some weight. I put on weight and I was very happy. Although about a year later, I started feeling very weird. The symptoms were literally endless, which I'll probably get into a little bit later on. So then I started going to the doctor, and the doctors didn't formally run any blood tests as they should have. And they ended up sending me to like psychologists and therapists. And there was when I got diagnosed with severe depression and severe anxiety. I say semi misdiagnosed, and you probably understand why. So they wanted to put me on medication for both things. I think it was one for depression, one for anxiety, and then a second one for anxiety, but to like help me sleep because I was dealing with a little bit of like insomnia, I guess you can say. But in 2019, they sent me with a therapist, and they wanted me to start doing therapy, which I was completely open to. I had already started therapy before. But this particular therapist ended up saying, you know what, I'm going to run some blood tests because these symptoms seem like they could be a little, they probably could be caused by something happening chemically in your body. And so, yeah, sure enough, they run the tests, and that was in July of 2019. I got the call. I was 25 years old. I got the call that I did have a hormonal imbalance, which this could also be considered an autoimmune disease. So the symptoms were literally endless. I was feeling horrible, like exhausted, fatigued. My body was aching. The reason I was diagnosed with depression and anxiety is because I was depressed and I did have anxiety. I don't want to blame it all on the hormonal imbalance because I do believe that I probably dealt with that even without, or would have dealt with that even without the hormonal imbalance. But obviously, when your hormones are not at a good balance, then you can suffer from mental health heavily. So, they ended up also giving me medication to pretty much, it was like a hormone medication I had to take. The diagnosis was in my thyroid. I was deficient in what's called T3 and T4 hormones. So they told me that at 25, they told me for the rest of my life, I was going to have to take medication. And so, the medication helped a bit. I mean, I want to say it helped, but to be honest with you, the symptoms were so heavy and so bad. I was having extreme muscle pain, and like still even after the medication, and my muscles were literally like shake. I was just, I couldn't even like brush my teeth or brush my hair. I couldn't get out of bed. Like even holding my phone like this for so long, either like my whole hand would like fall asleep, or I would just be in like really, really bad pain. So then, it was, I believe, February of 2020 that then I was diagnosed with another autoimmune disease, which was in the muscle. And yeah, so they ended up giving me technically it was medication for that, but technically they were just like really, really strong painkillers that would put you to sleep. It would numb out the pain slightly, but it would make me extremely tired. By this time, the doctor was like, you can't work. I couldn't work. I literally was not a capable human being. I couldn't take care of myself. I couldn't get out of bed. Everything I did was just painful. Because of the hormone imbalance, my digestive system was completely off. So I lost about, I think like, what was it? 40 pounds in a couple of months, just because my digestive system, like, I could not keep anything down. I would drink a shake and literally 5 minutes later it'd be down the toilet because I would just vomit. And so then the doctor decided to take me out of work. And this is where, I was not working. So I was living on 60% of my income, which was a little stressful because, I was a banker for a very long time. I worked at a bank here that's just a local bank. And I was a banker for a long time, and I had to stop working. And then because I was on disability, I had to live just off of 60% of my income. But guys, this is the time where I decided, like, I need to do something, because there's no way I'm just going to be disabled for the rest of my life. I was 25. I was depressed. I couldn't get out of bed. I needed to do something to help myself. So I decided then to start investing into a nutritionist. So I found a local nutritionist. And guys, during this time, I was also diagnosed with other things. So I was diagnosed with a heart block, and then I had a cancer scare as well. So, and keep in mind, I also got pregnant during this time, so it was really hard. But I decided I have to do something about this. So I did two things. I needed to get myself right. I needed to get educated. I needed to learn maybe more holistic ways of how to help myself, because the medication was not doing it. The medication helped a bit, but I was still struggling really, really bad with pain and getting out of bed. I just had to find a way. So even though I was maybe not making as much money as I was before, I was like, it didn't matter. Like, I think most people take health for granted, and when you don't have it, you don't realize how much you actually need it. And so, I found a local nutritionist, and I learned so much from him. And guess what, guys? A month, I was probably paying that guy for about a year's time. I think I paid that guy like $400 or $500 a month, because I needed it. If I did not pay this guy, and if I did not invest into my health, how can I expect to get better? So, that's one thing I did. And then I also decided to take on counseling and therapy. And guess what? Also started paying out of pocket for that. And those things is what's gotten me to the point now. I used to take 6 medications a day. And I'm 29, actually be 30. Oh, I'll be 30 tomorrow, actually. I'll be 30 tomorrow. And it's been about 2 years that I've been completely off all medication. I feel amazing. I feel strong. I have a almost 3-year-old, and I feel full of energy. And now I'm in this place where I want to help people as much as possible. And I just want to really send out the message, guys, that if you want good health, you have to invest in yourself. And you're going to have to invest with a couple of things. You're going to have to invest with time. You're going to have to invest with money, and you're going to have to invest with your efforts. If we don't invest with these things, how do we expect to have good health? Good health is going to cost you, just like anything in life. Anything that's good is going to cost you. So I just hope that this encourages you guys. If you guys are skeptical of maybe investing, you don't know where to invest, and you don't know if you should hire on a coach or hire on a trainer or buy a program, guys, get the help. I got the help. I wouldn't be where I'm at if it wasn't for me investing into those people and their knowledge and getting educated for myself. So I hope this is encouraging to you guys, and just know that if you are struggling with health, that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Just take that leap of faith and invest in yourself, invest in your health. You're going to need it. You're going to need your health for the rest of your life. All right, bye guys. Have a great day. And if you have, again, any questions, go ahead and message me on Instagram. Again, my IG handle is Engie Ovalle.